Welcome to Pokemon Crooked Crystal. Crooked Crystal is a ROM hack of Crystal version that I've been working on for about the past year. I've been doing all the coding as well as all the testing by myself, and I gotta say, the coding part is definitely the easy part. The testing is definitely the most time consuming and patience consuming as well, but it's finally done, and I'm happy to be able to share it with whoever would like to play it. To access the game, you can go to stonewatcher.org, go under content, and go to Pokemon stuff. From here, you'll click Pokemon Crooked Crystal, and there'll be a download link here eventually. But for now, you can use this page as a resource to learn more about the game. Of course, this is going to use the PokeCrystal disassembly code that you can get on GitHub, so thanks to everyone who helped compile that code, as well as everyone who's contributed to the PokeCrystal tutorial pages for coding the game, which has been massively helpful for me when I began because I had no idea what I was doing. So everything I learned was because of this stuff. I was able to infer a lot of stuff on my own after kind of gaining my feet under me with some of these tutorials. So really excellent resource. So let's get into what makes this game different from the original Crystal. So the main thing is all NPCs have new dialogue, and with that, the storyline has completely been updated. The main update being an explanation for why Kanto's map is so scarce. That coincides with Team Rocket's plot with the radio tower and all that. Some quality of life stuff is HMs are obsolete. They're now replaced with key items. So Fly is a jetpack, etc. For the whole list, you can click this link. I've updated some TMs. You can also click that here. They're not drastically different. I wanted to keep the game as close to the original as possible while still making it modern-ish and balanced. For example, one thing I really don't like is how the only really viable steel attack was Iron Tail with 75% accuracy. So I've changed the Iron Tail TM to Iron Head to have 80-100. Similarly, I changed Fury Cutter to X Scissor. Those are mainly the big two changes, but there's a few other little ones. Game Corner prizes are different as well. Trade evolutions now use stones or evolve by level up, so no trading. That is going to include the Kanto 4 as well as Pokemon like, Kingdra, Slowking, and Politoed. Some moves have been updated. So a good example of this will be like Zap Cannon and Dynamic Punch, how now have a little bit higher accuracy, a little bit higher power, just to make them more fun to use and more useful. I don't know about you, but as fun as Zap Cannon is, it's really not worth a slot, but with a little bit higher accuracy, a little bit higher power, and that 100% paralyzed chance, I think it kind of makes a case for itself. So just to make it a little more fun. The leveling curve has been modified to be more challenging. You're going to be facing level 100 Pokemon by the end. Gym leader rematches, which you can do, are around level mid 60. Kanto Gym Leader rematches are level 100. Elite Four rematches level 100. So it's pretty deep. You can play it for a long time. I got rid of the phone system because it's just really annoying to have people calling you all the time. So that's not a thing anymore. On top of that, you won't have trainers talking to you asking for your number. It's just not a part of the game. However, you still get phone calls from people like your mom and Professor Elm and all that. So it's just annoying trainers. Items are a little bit different. I was always sick of having not enough space in my bag, so I really kind of got rid of a lot of items. The items you'll find on routes are way less diverse. Really, all you're going to find are vitamins and things you can sell for money and TMs. The days of having like the random ice heal in your bag when you already have 10 full heals that you bought from a mart, I'm just not dealing with that anymore. In that same vein, all the berry trees are now either berries or gold berries, no more random berries, which is kind of a shame, and I may change that to give berries back because of their held item capability, but that's for another update. You can also get Kurt's Pokeballs at items, Goldenrod Department Store. You can get items from using Rock Smash. The Mart inventories have been updated, and a lot of towns have signature items, like, for example, in Violet City, where Falconer's the gym leader, you can get the Sharp Beak at the store. Pokemon have wider movesets and learn sets. For example, Pokemon like Pinsir can learn Earthquake. There's just a lot of Pokemon that really were not viable because of poor movesets, so I've done what I can to modernize that and give them moves that they do learn in some of the later gens that they didn't learn in this gen. I haven't done anything like give Ladian Fire Punch or anything like that, although he does have Thunder Punch and Ice Punch. You can catch all 251 Pokemon in this game without needing to trade or do anything, and most of them are actually catchable, not just evolvable. For example, you can catch a Kabuto and a Kabutops. You don't have to catch a Kabuto and evolve it into Kabutops. Pokemon that appear on the routes are much more varied, and you can get rare species early on. For example, like Murkrow and Houndour, you'd have to wait until Celadon to get. You can get those Pokemon very early on now. Instead of a move deleter, since we don't have HMs, there's now a move reminder that functions the same way it did in Gen 3, where instead of getting a heart scale, you pay $1,000 and then you can relearn any move that your Pokemon has learned in the past. Speaking of learning moves, technical machines are infinitely reusable. Some item sell values have been modified. This is mostly so they are worth more, so you can make more money to sell when you do sell your items. You get experience when you catch a Pokemon. There's a new item called the Pocket PC, which allows you to access the PC anywhere, and then I've added in the GS Ball event where you can catch Celebi. So there's a few other things, but these are the main things that I've added to the game.